Yeah.
Sam, you look a bit worried when you watch the movie.
Bit worried.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, what's going on?
What's going on? Wow, what's Killmonger gonna do? Man, that
Yeah.
Killmonger, he's like, you never know what his motivation
Yeah,
is.
he's pretty unpredictable at times. Yeah.
It's like, what's he up to?
Yeah, but he practically did what he did in the Black Panther movie as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
So his
Yeah,
character
It's the same motivation. He just wants to
practically.
grow.
But
Power,
effectively it happened earlier than what happened in the movie.
Yeah.
His cartoon drawing is the most realistic.
Most what?
More realistic.
More realistic.
Yeah, compared to actors. Remember?
Oh.
It's like the actor on screen, the cartoon drawing.
Right.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, that's him. Yeah,
It does look like him though, yeah.
Yeah, it does look
I
like
thought he
Michael B.
looked a lot
Jordan.
like the real actor.
It still looked like him.
Is it actually his voice though? It is.
Yeah,
his
It is his voice.
It's
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, definitely his voice.
It said
This
Michael
guy.
B. Jordan.
His
in
voice
the
is
title.
quite. Yeah, his voice is
But
quite
Tony Stark was
recognizable.
definitely not him. It was definitely not Tony.
Who
And
was the guy again? Killmonger. Yeah, Killmonger is him.
Yeah.
Happy
Yeah,
is him.
definitely his voice.
John
Oh,
Favreau,
T'Challa
yeah.
is Chadwick.
Again, yeah.
Oh.
Queen
Chadwick
Ramonda
again.
is
Ramonda is
Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Oh, again,
Night-
the night.
the Night Girl,
right.
And I. Yeah.
It seems like they,
Serkis,
Circus is back as Ulysses Claw.
Don Cheadle, Paul
As
Bettany,
Yep.
Leslie Bibb as Christine Everhart,
That
Yes.
random.
the random secretary Bish.
Yeah, but it's practically the same one. It's interesting
Yeah.
that they actually did. It's the same
who
person who
voiced-
asked the question.
Who voiced Tony Stark and Pepper Potts?
so
Yeah,
Tony
someone-
Stark is
someone else.
Nick,
It
Someone
wasn't
else,
Robert Downey
yeah,
Jr.
It was
Yeah.
definitely not.
Nick Wingard.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
I know it's not Robert Downey.
His voice sounds so much like
Oh, Steve
Stark.
Different guy.
And Obadiah Stane is different.
It's Keith. Wow, how do you pronounce it? Vanden Heuvel. Weevil.
Wow. Jeff
Weevil.
Bridges is easier to say.
Jack Bridges not to return.
Yeah,
Opted
he
not
come
to
back.
return.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it actually did sound similar to him.
So this obviously isn't
Yeah, not-
Gwyneth
not-
It's
Paltrow.
definitely
Not
not
with the
Gwyneth.
Paltrow.
Not that-
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
I
tell by the
thought,
voices sometimes. That it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
The voice.
I thought
is
the Iron
definitely
Man, Tony Stark,
different.
it sounds a lot like him actually.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds
I
pretty
thought
close.
Close.
Yeah.
I
It's
thought Pepper
close,
Potts
yeah.
sounded like Gwyneth Paltrow too. That's why I was curious because I was going, I'm sure it's not Gwyneth Paltrow, but it sure sounds a lot like her.
It close, but definitely not. Circus was definitely the
Definitely
same. The thing that I thought was closest is Obadiah Stane's one. Sounded a lot like
yeah.
Jeff.
Oh, this guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keith.
sounded a
Yeah.
lot like Jeff Bridges.
Jeff
I think
Bridges.
his was the best like replication.
It was pretty
It
good
was
too.
pretty good. Yeah.
Mike McGill is General Ross.
Yeah.
Oh, Shuri is someone else
Shuri.
too. Ozioma Akaga.
Yeah.
Akaga.
Yeah.
But
Sure,
then
it was-
again, it
Yeah,
yeah, that one was definitely not the same.
not
Plus,
Yeah.
Letitia
it's-
Wright.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could tell it wasn't
Yeah.
Letitia.
I
yeah,
thought,
plus
I thought it
it's
was pretty
a
close.
much younger one.
I thought it was pretty close to Letitia Wright actually. With the accent was pretty good and
Yeah, I mean, sure, right. Well, obviously appear in Black Panther 2.
Yeah, but in
Yeah.
this one, she was a lot younger, but since it happened a lot earlier than what happened.
earlier,
in the movie.
earlier.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
She looked younger.
yeah, cool. All these people.
Yeah, but quite different than. It's like a bunch of movies mashed together. Like
Meshed together.
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
the first Iron Man movie.
Yeah, that's Iron Man. Because Tony Stark, that's the thing, right? He didn't become Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yep, and instead
He
he
wasn't
made
Iron Man.
yeah,
It was
it-
killed.
yeah, but instead of like disassembling his weapons, like he did with the Jericho missile, which apparently they still have the Jericho missile at the end of the show because he didn't disassemble it. Plus, he started to build Gundams instead of making the Iron Man.
Yeah, the Gundam,
Yeah.
that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Because
it
they
looks
actually,
like a
they
Gundam
actually
influence, right?
talk about
Yeah, it does.
Gundam Army.
Oh, it is Gundam. I thought it was Gundam. It looks like Gundam.
Yeah, they
robots.
practically said Gundam right in the show. So
Yeah,
big-
because I think
big
Tony
tribute.
Stark said, well, the worst we can do is have a very expensive Gundam.
But then Stark's Iron
yeah,
Legion.
what? I like anime.
I
Yeah.
like these
Iron
robots.
Legion.
Is the Gundam army gonna do Gundam style?
He went Gundam. Yeah,
Gundam.
you said it first.
It,
It must-
He'll beat me to it.
but
Gundam
Gundams
is-
are Japanese.
That's
Yeah.
right. But then
Yeah,
Tony Stark had
no,
his
it was
own
a
Iron
bad
Legion,
joke.
right? In the MCU. So that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the MCU is called the Iron Legion. So in this one, it's more Japanese influence.
But the Iron Legion was in what was it? Age of Ultron.
Is it
Oh, was
this,
it?
this one,
Okay.
this one. No, this is
Oh.
Yeah,
is
from
it Age of Ultron
Darkness.
or Iron Man 3?
No, that's not the Iron Legion. That's just all the Iron Man suits.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Where's the
Yeah.
Iron
So,
Legion?
so Tony Stark's Iron Legion was in the movies as well, was it? Did you say?
The Iron Legion was the
First one.
was with the sort of metallic suits which help save people, like at the beginning of Age of Ultron.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Okay.
But the Iron Legion isn't all of Tony Stark's suits. That's what he called the House Party Protocol,
Oh, well,
which was in Iron Man 3.
Oh.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Iron
This one,
Legion-
yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
House Party
okay.
Protocol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does the Iron Legion appear in the comics?
Yeah, yes, they do.
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Iron Legion flying all around, blasting repulsor beams everywhere, where it made them even more challenging adversaries.
Yeah, but seems like it's quite different from the original. Like from the start, like they just recently watched the Iron Man movie again recently.
Hmm.
That beginning part, he didn't have a flip phone.
He didn't have a what? A flip
He didn't
phone?
have a what?
Flip phone.
Yeah,
Oh, like
yeah. Tony Stark didn't have a flip phone in the original, but in
He
this one he
didn't have a
did.
flip phone. Oh,
Yeah.
What did he have?
He had a sliding phone that like popped up.
Yeah.
It didn't flip.
Yeah.
Which is later. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Had a different phone in this one.
Yeah, so it's a different phone from the original movie to this one. So it's the sliding phone to a flip phone. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting change. Yeah, interesting nuances.
And I'm not too sure why they changed it. Plus, instead of having
Interesting.
like the older Rhodey, they got the recast Rhodey.
Recast.
Yeah,
Don Cheadle. It's not Don Cheadle.
Don
they
Cheadle.
got
Don Cheadle.
they got Don Cheadle's Rhodey, but
Yeah.
the original Rhodey in the original is different.
Yeah.
see, you said recast. It's recast. You sound like an American.
American.
Sound like
I'm
Tony
trying
Stark.
to collect evidence of why people goes, oh, you're American. I go, I know. There are certain words you say, those vowels, they're all American.
Yeah.
Recast.
one
You're
example.
American.
Recast.
Recast.
Okay, let's continue.
What do you think of the fact that they kind of made him
Good.
like, I don't know, good guy, bad guy? I'm not too sure, because it's like
Mm.
it kind of is good, but also not good at the
Not-
same time.
I don't think he ultimately is. He just uses everything for his own ultimate end goal and benefit.
You mean
Yeah.
Tony Stark? Yeah.
The Tony Stark, but
Got a
then
big-
if you notice that
He's got a
been
big ego.
drinking- he drinks a lot more in this one.
Oh, you mean Tony's?
Yeah. I'm talking about Tony
Oh,
Stark.
sorry.
now.
I
Tony
Like,
Stark.
yeah.
Okay.
just made.
It's got a big ego. That's why.
Yeah, but it does seem
Yes.
like he has more alcoholism in this
Yeah.
episode itself
Yeah.
than in the movies.
Because he doesn't obviously he doesn't become Iron Man.
Yeah. So
That's right.
maybe he
He
like
got
went
killed.
yeah, maybe he went down this whole downward spiral and he's been drinking a lot and then getting angry and creating more weapons.
That spear through the shoulder, that wouldn't have killed him.
You think so?
No way.
There's
There's no-
rather large.
no.
Yeah.
Shoulder wound.
No
my
way.
life.
That was a kill shot.
But this is the $10 million spear, apparently.
So like
Yeah.
yeah, vibranium.
Vibranium spear, man.
I wonder how
It's-
it would do against the other which is like really strong. What material is that
It's-
one called? The Mandalorian.
yeah.
all of it.
It's still just
Beskar.
a bit of metal sticking out of you.
Yeah.
What what would the vibranium spear do up against the Vespa spear? Because practically it looks the same.
Ah,
You're talking about the Star
Beskar,
Wars
oh,
versus
yeah,
Marvel
Beskar
now.
still.
Yeah, it looks quite similar. Once I
Yeah,
looked at it,
So what's the other spear
Yeah.
you want to compare the vibranium?
The one in the
spear to?
You mean the
Mandalorian,
Mandalorian one or
the Beskar,
the
Beskar,
Beskar one. Yeah.
the
Beskar,
okay, I don't
yeah.
Beskar
know.
armor. Yeah,
it
Lost
does look
me.
similar to the Beskar?
because we were talking about that when we were watching Mandalorian,
Yeah,
saying that
because they're practically quite similar.
Beskar steel is basically Damascus, isn't it?
the what
Damascus steel.
the mas
Yeah.
No, it's not.
probably even tougher than the Damascus steel.
Yeah.
Tougher and
Oh,
lighter,
yeah.
apparently.
Well, it can take a lightsaber.
Yeah, it can go up against a lightsaber. I wonder if this spear can go up against a lightsaber or not.
Yeah, but practically vibranium and Beskar are quite similar in terms of what this shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you
And then
meant
again,
you
sorry,
mentioned
yeah,
sorry, I was just talking about because
yeah.
Jono mentioned in the chat about the 10 rings.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that's
So
right.
yeah, right
They
at
mentioned the
beginning
10
when he
rings in the
was- yeah,
beginning.
They
That was
mentioned
good.
the
That was
10
an
rings, like he
interesting-
Shang-Chi reference.
infiltrated the 10 rings.
Yeah, that's
That was a
interesting.
good, that was a good
Oh,
reference, I
mention.
reckon. I like it.
I was
Yeah.
wondering why you guys talking about the 10 rings? What's 10 rings?
Shang-Chi.
The
Shang-Chi
Shang-Chi, of course. Yeah.
and the Legend of the 10 Rings.
Oh, Shang-Chi might pop out.
Okay, I've never heard of it.
actually, I shouldn't
and
I
not-
shouldn't
yeah.
Movie's
I
not
shouldn't
out
look
yet,
at this.
is it?
I shouldn't look at
we
this.
It's
haven't
out,
seen it
actually
though,
out.
have we?
No, I shouldn't
Yeah.
look at this
Yeah,
because it's
exactly.
gonna be a spoiler.
Oh, no.
Just be
no.
careful.
But
Yeah.
not only that, the
It's already
other
out in
10
the US, not here.
Yep, the other 10 rings in Iron Man 3.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe that's what this article's about. The
Yeah.
phase 1, it says phase 1. Not
Hang on,
phase
were there
3, yeah.
10 rings in Iron Man 3?
Phase
Yeah,
1's 10 rings. man.
practically the fake Mandarin.
This one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fake
rings.
Mandarin. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I need to
Remember-
go watch Iron Man 3.
it did mention Mandarin in Iron Man 1 and 3. Yeah, I remember.
Mandarin?
Yeah.
Mandarin, which
The
is
bad guy,
Shang-Chi's villain.
the
Oh, okay. I know nothing.
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
So yeah, in Iron Man 3, we see the sort of fake Mandarin. Or someone
Oh.
pretended to be the Mandarin, but it wasn't the real Mandarin that we will see in
in the Shang-Chi movie.
Shang-Chi
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
But apparently
Can't
they
wait.
kind of fixed that whole problem in a little short that Marvel did called All Hail the King,
Oh, okay.
which kind of showed that the real 10 Rings was coming. And then now we know that was leading up to the Shang-Chi movie.
So yeah, 2 different 10 Rings organizations that coincidentally share the same name.
Yeah, but one of them was fake.
One of them is fake, yeah. Yeah.
And the real 10 Rings wanted to get the guy who pretended to be the Mandarin.
Hmm.
And apparently there has been a spoiler already that fake Mandarin is going to be in the Shang-Chi movie.
Huh. All right,
Interesting.
spoiler
Okay,
alert.
okay,
Okay.
better. Yeah.
Which-
Not read any further before.
Which
Spoiler.
effectively
Spoiler.
isn't really a spoiler because they already confirmed it before the movie started.
Okay.
When will we get to watch
Uh,
Yeah.
Thank
in
you.
terms of
Get a
streaming,
stream.
maybe October, mid-October, or
Oh,
Oh, okay.
or-
That'd be quite soon. Like
Digital release after 45 days.
think another 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah,
oh,
Okay.
right.
so probably mid like October, like Marcus said.
mid to late. Yeah, mid to late.
Yeah.
And also anything that's released in the trailer is not a spoiler, like obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, but looking forward to see what the 10 Rings is about Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
They're the real 10 Rings.
some really high
The-
reviews, high
The
ratings.
real Mandarin.
And
The real Mandarin, yes.
Yeah,
The real
but
Mandarin.
it's actually good that Marvel kind of fixed that issue from Iron Man 3.
It's a bit of a retcon as well.
No, it's not. It's not a retcon.
They're trying to fix their mistakes.
I think they were
They-
trying to
yep.
connect Shang-Chi back to the Iron Man movies.
Well, I mean, maybe
as a connection.
No,
You-
they fixed their mistake by releasing that short mini
right, okay.
15 minutes
Yeah.
episode about that guy in prison called All
Right.
Hail the King.
I don't think any of us saw it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But
When
but
was that?
considering they also mentioned All Hail the King in, in this episode as well.
Okay.
How the king? Can't remember that reference.
Where was that?
Yeah, when it said like try to kill the king.
Let's see. What have we got for
Are we
this?
planning to watch Shang-Chi together?
Yeah, definitely.
When
Hope
it comes
so.
out, yeah.
It's
So this
still in
is
the
one of
cinema.
the Easter eggs. Iron Man 2008 scenes repeated.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah, that
But the
Easter egg.
speech is a bit
Oh.
different.
In
Near
Afghanistan.
near identical fashion
Yeah.
to that movie. Yeah. Except that of
Other-
course he didn't become Iron Man.
Yeah, he didn't
Are the
become Iron Man.
lines the same? Like when he goes, "Oh, peace," you know, some.
No, since I watched it recently, it's definitely not the same.
Yeah. But there's obviously similarities. But then like
Well,
it's-
they did have the peace sign, but they didn't have the I love peace. It would be out of job without peace.
and also some dialogue is removed, and also the song playing is different. It was Back in Black, but now it's some other song, I
Mm.
guess. And then why Killmonger is in Afghanistan?
I wonder why they didn't mention the fan. Maybe it wasn't too big of an issue.
Yeah. Killmonger serving in a governor pulled straight from Black Panther's dialogue. Okay, yeah. He was mentioned during touring the Middle Eastern state. So yeah,
And they got rid of Obadiah Stane quite
quite quick.
quickly as
Quite
well.
quickly, yeah.
Yeah, they did have a little recap of Iron Man's life up to I am Iron Man in Endgame.
Oh, you mean the Watcher?
Yeah, right at the
Yeah,
beginning. Yeah, that mini recap in comic.
What should have transpired? That's right, but obviously didn't in this What If. Killmonger steals Happy's promotion. Yeah, this is the thing that changes everything.
Yeah, Happy was definitely not happy.
Not happy. That was
Yeah.
supposed to be my promotion.
Yep.
Was that John Favreau?
Yep.
Yes.
John
Yeah, that
Favreau,
was definitely the John
Oh,
Favreau.
That's
Favreau.
his voice as well.
So Happy actually did get a promotion in Iron Man 3.
Yes, that's right.
I can understand why he's not happy here. So
Yeah, yeah. He got pipped at the post. Yeah.
yeah.
Ah, yeah, this lady.
Yeah, I remember
So
Lizzie
the-
Bid, the reporter, Lizzie Bid,
Yeah, it was the same reporter.
same reporter.
Interesting why they had the reporter as the same one.
Yeah, and also she was back in also Doctor Strange's episode 2 weeks back.
Hmm.
Well, maybe I don't know, maybe a different character. Oh no, same reporter.
As the same
Sure,
reporter.
Not
Yeah.
sure it's the same character or just that she
I
was
think the
voiced.
same.
She
same
voiced
character.
someone in
Christine Everhart. Yeah, it's the same.
Christine
But
Everhart.
it's the same.
Killmonger
Maybe
prevents
she's got a
Ironmonger.
contract with
Maybe.
Marvel.
Maybe that's right. Contract.
Ironmonger.
Who's Ironmonger?
Oh, Ironmonger.
Who's
That-
Ironmonger?
That's one of his suits that he created. One
In Black Panther, right?
Oh.
no, in Iron
Two
Man
now.
3. In Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3. Who
Oh, yeah.
created who?
Who creates
Oh,
Ironmonger?
Tony Stark. Tony Stark. Yeah, Tony
Yeah,
Stark.
Tony Stark
Oh.
did. But it was only for a really short period of time.
Oh.
Why approach?
Yeah. But in this case, Stain never makes the leap to become Ironmonger.
Oh, that Ironmonger.
Yeah,
That's a
not
different
not
one.
the other one.
Yeah. His Ironmonger was not really Ironmonger since that was based off the original Iron Man suit. They salvaged the original Iron Man suit and tried to upgrade it. So
Yeah.
that's not exactly the Ironmonger.
Yeah.
I think they like changed the names around a bit.
Mm.
The Ironmonger, the proper one, only appeared for a really short time in Iron Man 3 to hold up a big container.
Ah, okay.
That's good memory.
10 rings, yeah.
Logo.
Logo.
Oh yeah, the logo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the 10 Rings logo.
Where did that appear?
In the
When did that-
speech, at,
In the yeah.
yes, that beginning
Um,
speech.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. So next to the image of the aspiring stock industry CEO. And then the boxing career.
Yeah, he
Boxing
does.
career?
Yeah.
Big bunch.
Pre-MCU boxing career.
Oh.
They're happy, yeah.
Happy, Happy Hogan.
Happy.
He's not too happy.
Not
Bodyguard
so
mode.
happy. Yeah.
Killmonger's tax saver job. Pepper's job
She's
too.
not happy too. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Because she was promoted CEO.
Yeah, she landed the coveted COO gig in Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
And then Tony Stark predicts his death again.
Thanos.
Hmm.
Thanos.
Collective demise. Yeah. So in this episode, he again predicts his own death, comparing himself and Killmonger to Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Which Pepper in this episode says that in the end he dies.
In the end, he dies, and he died. And we know he died in Endgame.
Yeah, but it also isn't the first time like Tony Stark mentions movies.
Mention what?
Mention
Smoothies.
like group
He's mentioned, he's
movies.
mentioned
Like
a lot of movies. He's referenced a lot of movies. In,
yeah, he's referenced a lot of movies. Like he also The Big Lebowski.
And also Tony
He
Stark
said
wants to
he
be
called
Sundance.
like he called Thor the Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
This is Sundance.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid is the full
Metaphor
name of the
comes
film.
when he clarifies, I'm
Yeah.
Sundance.
And of course, Robert Redford is in it.
Yeah,
Robert
which is kind of
So-
interesting because he's Alexander
Yes,
Pierce.
It's also Alexander Pierce. Yeah.
So they're mentioning movies with MCU cast.
Yeah.
Who's Alexander Pierce?
Secretary of Defense.
That's still not helping me.
He was secretly working for Hydra.
Yeah, he
Oh.
was Hydra.
Okay.
Rhodey Retcon.
Yeah, because they got the
Don Cheadle, yeah.
Don Cheadle version.
Yeah, this is Cheadle's version. Yes.
Yeah. We already mentioned that.
Yep, we did.
Yeah, because he was the voice for this one. I don't know
Yeah.
who this would
And
be,
also the
but-
likeness as well, I think.
Yeah, they changed the likeness.
That was a pretty good.
Because it's definitely doesn't look
cartoon.
like Terrence
Very good.
Howard.
very
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
resemblance.
Yeah, but they also did the same thing in the Hulk when they had the Hulk one.
Oh,
Because
Mark
yeah.
Ruffalo instead of what's his name?
Edward Norton.
Nick. Is it some?
Edward
what's his
Norton.
name? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Norton, yeah.
Yeah,
Ed
Edward
Norton.
Norton. Yeah, they changed that one, so it was the other likeness. Yes,
Yeah, Mark
Yeah.
Ruffalo, right list.
Mark Ruffalo's likeness.
Oh, there's car,
The cars, I remember
Oh,
those
nice cars.
in movies too.
the Roadster.
And the hot rod is the one at the very back.
This one,
What is the old car?
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah, the Roadster.
Hmm.
Classic car that the billionaire loves to tinker with when he's not being rich.
Isn't hot rod just any name for a car that's being worked on?
The yeah. So
It's
this is what he loves
must
to work
be.
on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one that he used to work on. But then when he implemented the color into his Iron Man suit.
Hmm.
Ah,
Yeah, like you can tell it's Iron Man colors.
But as well, the suit is not iron, which he does mention in the original movie. It's like, am I really Iron Man? It's not really iron, is it?
this is the repulsor tech.
Oh, that's a Sonic thing, is it?
Yeah, palm-mounted weapons
That was so
that he
cool,
wields on
actually.
his Iron Man armor. Well, obviously now he doesn't have the armor, so it's Killmonger who
Yeah, that's the Jericho missile that he's holding there, not the repulsor.
Oh,
the repulsor tech.
repulsor tech. Hmm.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
the Jericho that he's holding.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we actually have seen the Jericho missile being fired in
Jericho
the movie.
missile into a portable firearm.
Yeah. Yeah, we see him use it in the Afghanistan in the original Iron Man. Like that's the one where they fire one thing and it splits up into multiple missiles.
Oh yeah, I've seen. I remember that. Yeah.
And in the movie, he like presents himself with his arms open and the missiles get all blown up behind him. That particular scene.
Interesting.
Iron Man, yeah. Iron Man 3, was it? Or 2?
No, that was the first one.
Back to that was like 13 years ago.
He was in the prison.
You've got a great memory. That's 13 years
No,
ago.
I only recently watched it again.
Oh,
as I
okay.
said.
I was like, wow. Okay. Dummy cameo. What's this?
The
What's a
dummy.
cameo?
Dummy.
That's his robot.
Oh, right. Dummy. The robot Tony Stark built as a prodigious youngster.
Yeah, the one who always didn't do what he said. Like, especially when he was building the suit, Dummy was doing like really silly things. Like, if I'm on fire, use a fire extinguisher, but when he like crashes, it uses the fire extinguisher on it anyway.
Yeah, I remember. He wasn't obeying. He wasn't doing exactly what he wanted it to do.
Yep. So that's why it was called Dummy.
Dummy.
Yeah.
Bad AI.
Interestingly enough,
AI.
the Hacksmith actually created their own version of Dummy.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
There's also a Dumb You.
Yeah.
Inventively titled partner.
Damn you. Yeah, Chadwick
Howard
Boseman
Stark.
back.
Oh yeah, they mentioned that again.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, but instead of Tony Stark mentioning it, it was Killmonger who said it.
You mean Howard Stark was the one who said it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the original one, Tony Stark said it
Oh, yeah,
about
yeah.
the father who said it. And this time it was Killmonger who said it. That quote. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they kept
Killmonger
that line.
echoing Howard proves that Wakandan has done his research. Definition of peace. Having a bigger stake than the other guy. Michael B. Jordan's love for anime.
The anime love, yeah.
Well, effectively, interestingly enough, there was a little talk or a little behind the scenes of the Black Panther movie.
Yeah.
The suit of Killmonger was actually based on Vegeta.
On what?
On Vegeta.
Yeah, Saiyan.
Yeah, the one on the left.
Oh. Oh yeah.
It does look very
Saiyan.
similar. Yeah.
Vegeta.
That's true.
Yeah, so
Saiyan armor.
yeah, it was actually based on that suit. So
So
even though
Japanese
it's even though it's a darker color, it's still quite blue.
Yeah, you can tell the
Yeah.
design.
And they
Compare-
actually did, yeah, they mentioned it in the behind the scenes of the Black Panther movie.
Yeah.
But in this one, it looked more obvious.
So apparently Michael
sure.
B. Jordan is very, very into Japanese animation.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice.
And so he's also spoken of his love for Naruto, Attack on Titan, and more.
Yeah, but he also said he likes anime in this episode as well.
Yeah, he says,
yeah.
I like
Killmonger
anime.
Himself, yeah.
And I guess
With
why
Gundams.
also there's the Gundam stuff. Yeah, see Gundam. Another of B. Jordan's top anime picks is Mobile Suit Gundam Wing.
Yeah, Gundam Wing is probably my favorite one out there. All the Gundam ones.
High-tech-
See, yeah, Tony Stark says the world's most expensive Gundam model. Oh, yeah, because he
Which-
says, oh,
yeah.
well, if that doesn't work, we would have
Yeah.
built the world's most expensive Gundam model.
Well, effectively, they are in Japan a real Gundam being made.
Well, there's a really big one, right? Like a building as tall as a
Yeah,
building.
like a
Yeah,
Like
but
life-size.
it's a
That would
life-size one,
that's
and
right.
That'd be pretty cool.
yeah, they
was
can move
gonna
the
say
arms and
that-
everything and the legs, but it can't really walk on its own.
Yeah, I remember I went to see it in Japan. The
Oh,
life-size.
That's cool.
Had a
Yeah,
Gundam cafe as well. Gundam cafe.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
I must
actually
have-
they're building a real Gundam.
You mean one that
Oh.
actually functions?
Yeah, that's the one in Japan. They
Okay.
could move the arms
Oh.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And recently they were able to move the legs like up and down,
Oh, that's pretty.
but it still cannot walk on its own yet. There's still
Okay, they've got to work on some stuff.
Work in progress.
it's still a work in
Japanese-
progress, but later on, like if this is released later, maybe it will eventually walk in like a year or two or so.
Yeah.
Well, then
It
they
must
have
have-
to make it fly. Then next thing.
Yeah. I must admit the
that's still
Japanese-
probably not likely yet.
Yeah. I must admit the Japanese must really like their battle mech
Robots.
units because in Evangelion they've got
Yeah.
battle mech units as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Neon
Genesis. Neon
Evangelion,
Genesis.
yeah. NGE.
NGE.
I wonder if they'll ever do like, you know, a live action,
Live action Gundam.
NGE, I think
like
that's
a
coming.
movie. Yeah.
I
Movie.
think they
NGE
NGE.
is coming, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I
Is
think Netflix wanted to do one.
What? So is it Americanized or is it
Is it?
Japanese?
Yeah.
I
but
think
is it-
it's going to
yeah.
be a Japanese one.
Okay.
Should be good then.
Oh, Jarvis,
Paul Bettany's back.
Jarvis
So Paul-
voice.
Yeah,
Ah,
Jarvis has been in movies since the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Prevision.
has.
Prevision.
Yeah, most of what ifs. Yeah, this is a spot. Hiding in episode 6 with Paul Bettany. Killmonger gets Iron Man's test video.
Yeah, that whole progress of like building the suits and all the mistakes and accidents.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. A tribute to Tony crafting his suit, which he went through a lot of
Mm.
designs
Yeah.
and stuff. Engineering montage.
Yeah. It is still quite a funny montage, but this one was far shorter
Yeah.
with Killmonger.
Yeah, compared to the original one, the
Mm.
original Iron Man film.
Yeah. Because in the original one, there was like a banter with Dummy as well.
Mm. Oh, there was also Big Hero 6 when he was building his Betamax,
Mhm.
and there was, Betamax test number 1, and you see all the different number tests.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
testing.
A test, yeah.
Yeah, Big Hero 6. That was the
Yeah.
good one.
What's this warrior ring? This is
Yeah, that vibranium in his ring. In that ring.
vibranium
Is
is a
that,
power
Yeah.
source. Yeah,
is that from his dad?
Yeah, from his father.
a lineage. Yeah.
Dr.
thing.
Chaka.
But
Royal.
effectively, he did say a lie to Tony Stark.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you had watched the Black Panther movie, he did say that he found his father with Panther claws.
So what happened between T'Challa's father and Killmonger's father? Like, how come Killmonger's father wasn't living in Wakanda?
Yeah, he betrayed the family.
Oh.
Yeah, and so now Killmonger's kind of like this. What you call it?
Vengeance.
Forgotten son.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that's also why a lot of vibranium left Wakanda.
That's why a lot of vibranium what?
Left.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got out of Wakanda.
Because Killmonger's father took it out of Wakanda.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh.
That's right. I
America.
mean, that's how they were able to make the shield. Otherwise, there would not be the vibranium
Captain
that was
America's
used to
shield.
make Steve's shield. Yeah.
And
Now, in
also
In
Yeah.
which film is all of that explained?
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Black
thing.
Panther.
Why do I not remember it, even though I saw the film?
Maybe it was
Been a
because it
while
was
back.
a really
It's a
short
while-
flashback scene in Black Panther.
Oh,
Actually, they did in this episode talk about how the last batch of vibranium was used during the war
During
right.
the war.
So yeah, I was talking
Captain
about
America's
the shield.
shield.
That's a definite reference.
But
to
the shield is
Oh.
vibranium too.
which
Oh
you
my
know
God.
Tony Stark made that shield for
Howard Stark
Steve.
constructed.
Howard Stark.
Oh,
Sorry, Howard Stark. Sorry.
Oh, I
It's
think
from
it was
Steve
Captain
Rogers,
America.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Vibranium.
So the other thing is I just came to my mind, other adamantium.
But
Wolverine's adamantium claws.
Yeah, Adam.
The
Which one's
material.
stronger, right?
I
Adamantium.
must admit,
Yeah.
I
I must
wonder
admit,
how that compares. Yeah.
I must admit, when you guys say, "Oh, just come watch it," you don't have to watch every single episode. So I'm glad I watched tonight's episode as a standalone.
Yeah.
But you
Mm.
guys know all this stuff, or remember all this stuff that really adds to. I'm sitting there going, I'm just enjoying it for what it is without
Yeah, you
having
can
known
enjoy it
any-
at different on different levels.
well, effectively, you can
Yeah.
watch it as it is without
Standalone,
needing to
yeah.
know all of the movies.
But
But if
you
you
guys
know the
said that
movies,
each,
then
you guys said each episode standalone. However, when this ended, I was going, "Come on, there's got to be more."
No, I
You
think
don't
they're
have-
all trying to end on cliffhangers. All,
Yeah,
all
they-
these what if
Yeah.
end on cliffhangers.
yeah,
Find out if-
unfortunately, it added a cliffhanger. Hopefully, they'll maybe
Put together
expand
the
it in season-
final, maybe.
Maybe season 2, who knows? Yeah.
They can take it
Is
up
this
again.
the last
later on.
episode for the season?
No, there's 3 more.
No, there's 3 more.
Oh, okay.
This is 6, right? Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll put it all together in the final episode, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hmm.
Episode
Maybe, but they're still separate universes.
Yeah.
I mean, if not, they can always put it into season 3. So
Yeah.
There's a Wakanda reference to the Age of Ultron's Wakanda reference.
Oh, yeah.
I never
Because-
saw Age of
Yeah.
Ultron.
They went to the salvage yard with Andy Serkis's character.
Oh. Yes.
Claws.
Is that
claws.
where Andy Serkis's character was it Klaus?
Ulysses Clow.
Ulysses
Clow.
Klaus.
Ulysses
Is that where
Klaw.
he came? Is that the film that he came in?
Avengers Age of Ultron, yeah.
Age of Ultron, yeah.
Oh, no wonder I don't know him.
Yeah, but then he also was in the Black Panther movie.
Yeah,
Oh, well, there
he
I
was in
forgot
both.
that too. I'm sorry, a lot of these films, because it doesn't really have depth, but it's just a fun story. It's not very memorable,
So
To me?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's like
which
even,
is I'm like, oh, I
uh,
don't know. But whereas, and maybe it's different, different different courses for different horses. If it was something that was, relational or dramatic, I think I tend to remember that a lot more.
mm,
Whereas you guys remember all this stuff, and I've never seen Age of Ultron, so that doesn't help either.
Yeah.
But when you said, "Oh yeah, it's in
Okay.
Black Panther," I went, "I saw that."
Oh, yeah, also in Black Panther,
Yeah, I don't remember him in Black
Killmonger-
Panther either. Darn it.
Killmonger did kill Ulysses Claw and bring him in to
In Black
Wakanda
Panther?
in the same
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Yeah. that's the same.
Okay. Oh, but Black Panther killed him in Black Panther.
No, Killmonger.
No,
killed
it was
him.
still Killmonger.
Yeah,
Oh, was
Killmonger
it
killed
still
Claw.
Killmonger? Oh,
And then
dear,
he
okay.
brought him in the same way.
Oh,
On
okay.
his like
Starting
arms.
to ring bells, but yeah, I'm terribly sorry.
what's this guy? The mercenary.
Oh, one of the.
Oh, Klaus mercenary.
Yeah.
Klaus is
Yeah,
the
Oh,
one.
this guy.
Like those minions.
Is it
He also appeared in our Age of Ultron. Yeah.
Not too memorable.
Not
Well,
unmemorable.
Okay,
you know,
well, if
I
you
wouldn't
guys don't
him.
remember him, I don't feel so
Anthony
bad now.
Kalu.
Yeah,
Mine.
I don't remember him at all.
Yeah.
And this Sonic Taser thing.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
So does that mean you guys know stuff, but this person knows extra stuff you guys don't know? It's an extra
Extra level of
extra
detail.
level of knowing stuff.
of
You
data.
have to really dig in deep, man.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
people who write these articles definitely
They have to
Do
research.
that research, yeah.
write deep.
I have to. Yeah.
Data.
Yeah.
They
There's
probably
so
follow
many
the comics
things
as
to-
well.
Vibrating.
But interestingly enough, like even at the end, usually when they tap that drink, they see their lineage or their parents.
Oh, as in like your father and grandfather, etc.
Yeah, so
Or
In-
do you
yeah.
only see your lineage because you are actually the next Black Panther, and all the previous Black Panthers were actually blood, like direct descendants of you? So instead of seeing what you might think as a familial lineage, you're actually seeing the Black Panther lineage. So now that you've
or
got
maybe
a cousin
not,
come in.
because if you think about the Black Panther movie, T'Challa only drank it to see the parents after he was named to be the king. Yeah,
Hmm.
so then he got to see it in the Black Panther movie, but he was already Black Panther. So if it's going up the timeline, he hasn't taken that drink to see the parents because one, the parents are still alive as T'Chaka.
Yeah, so it's
But-
not to see your dead parents, but it's to
But
see
how-
your
yeah.
previous Black
Yeah.
Panther.
Yeah, but my question is, why was T'Challa there?
Because he was the previous Panther before Killmonger.
But he never had that drink to
Oh,
proclaim himself king.
I see what you mean. Like
yeah.
in this What If episode, he wouldn't have had that drink,
Yeah,
but he's still Black Panther though. So I
yeah,
don't know.
he was already Black Panther. Yes.
He's already Black
Oh,
Panther, I think.
no.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting question. And as well, why
maybe
does
it's not-
why
you don't
why did
need to-
Killmonger see T'Challa, not the father?
Well, his father was never Black Panther, not the previous one, and so the previous one's T'Challa. Despite the fact that T'Challa never drank the same drink,
He wanted to be
He's-
Black Panther,
the
right?
reality
Yeah, I
is
guess so.
the previous Black Panther is T'Challa.
And he wanted to be the next one.
Yeah, and he wanted to be the next one. So if you see the
Yeah.
previous one,
Yeah,
that's
he
who you
wanted to rule Wakanda.
see.
Although I think that, just to jump a bit, that what they're trying to do at the end of the episode is to hint about Black Panther 2.
Hmm.
Because Shuri,
Oh,
Is she going to be the next Black Panther?
in the
Yeah.
sequel coming, she will take over.
Really?
Yeah, since
Yeah.
they're not going to recast Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I
she
mean-
was a scientist. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So
that's
she
right,
was,
But
Is Shuri the
yeah.
little girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Well, in
the
this one, she's
princess.
little.
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
happened a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Is that Naomi Harris?
No, it's
No.
It's Letitia Wright.
Letitia.
Letitia
yeah,
Wright.
that's right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Letitia Wright, yeah. In the first Black Panther, she was the scientist of
Scientist,
Wakanda,
yes.
Yeah, she was.
Oh.
who
She's
was
Yeah,
on the
The
love.
techie one, yeah.
She
Yeah,
designed
the
the Black Panther
daughter
suit.
and the sister to T'Challa.
T'Challa,
To,
yeah.
Ah, sister
um,
to T'Challa.
To Chadwick
Yeah.
Boseman's, yeah.
Mm.
And also had a thing for Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes.
So she becomes the next
Black
Black
Panther,
Panther.
yeah.
The scientist sister.
Sister, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
but we'll see how that happens in the Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's gonna be a high-tech Black Panther, maybe.
Yeah, just like Iron Man, more
Hmm.
stocky.
Stocky.
There was this crime scene as well, holographic,
Oh
Yeah, they did that in the
Iron Man
Iron Man
3.
3,
to recreate the crime scene of a deadly theater bombing.
which really hurt Happy quite badly.
Oh, all right.
Happy nearly died.
Nearly
So
died.
he wasn't in the movie a whole lot.
In Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened to Happy and why he wasn't?
Oh, in the theater, the bombing.
Yeah, the theater, which is actually a real theater, the Chinese theater in Hollywood.
Man's Chinese
Man's
theater.
Oh,
Chinese
man's
theater.
Chinese, Grauman's Chinese theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they actually copied that theater and blew it up.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
They-
what has that got to do with Happy?
Oh, he was
he got
badly
injured.
He was
He
caught
got
in that
injured in that
explosion.
one. Yeah.
Oh, he got injured in the explosion, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So most of the movie he was in hospital.
Out of action.
Plus, that was as well another excuse to get Happy out of the movie.
Oh,
Why didn't they want Happy in the movie?
maybe
Yeah, that-
Too busy directing
because he
something.
was busy directing,
directing the movie.
another movie.
Because he was
Oh,
John Favreau himself is the
Favreau.
director.
Yeah.
He's more of a
yeah,
director.
he is. He directed this really good film called
No, he
Chef
did. Yeah, he didn't direct
and acted
Iron
in
Man
it.
3.
He only
He
did one,
was,
yeah.
he was directing another movie at the time.
At the same
of
time, yeah.
building-
Was it a Marvel? It was a Marvel, right?
Probably not in
not?
that time. Not that time.
No,
I think it was like the Jungle Book.
Oh, yes,
Oh.
yes. You would have been that same
Oh,
time.
the
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
Yeah.
No.
2013, yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
14,
he was directing that one. So
Oh.
he was busy directing another movie
Yeah.
while filming Iron Man 3. So they needed a reason to get him out for a little while.
To allow him to go and
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
to
To
allow
make
him
the
to go
schedule work.
directing.
Yeah.
just
Oh.
put him in the accident.
yeah, just put him in an accident so he has a reason to not be in
Yeah.
the movie while he's like
Yeah.
filming something else.
Yeah. Just to
Yeah,
make,
like
make the schedule work.
So this is what we are saying. Tony Stark can't stop dying.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we
he's
saw
died
him
a few
die so many
times.
times in
many
even in
times
what
like
already?
if,
Kenny from South Park. That's a good analogy.
like
It's like,
poisoning,
oh my
zombie
god, they killed Kenny.
virus.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, they killed
Oh my god,
Tony.
they killed Kenny! You
Oh my
bastard!
god, they killed Tony.
Yeah. Even in what if he's been killed a
Twice,
few times
right?
already.
He's already been killed.
Poisoning,
Yeah.
By
zombie
the way, I've
virus.
never seen
yeah.
Avengers Endgame, so now I know what happens in that film now.
Oh, no.
Thank-
Oh no! Oh no!
I thought you've seen it.
Everyone knows what happens there.
No, I don't know.
And we're just faking what we're saying.
And I've never seen Avengers Age of Ultron either. So
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's died.
he did.
Dead,
I
dead,
mean, what
very
if-
dead. And he can't avoid his Ultron fate because
Ah,
he
even in other
foreshadowed.
even in other
Yeah.
universes, he can't seem to
Exactly.
Can't-
escape
In
his
all these other
fate.
universes, he keeps dying.
Predestination, Marcus.
Yeah.
But in different
Multi-universe fate.
Yeah, exactly. Even in all these other universes,
Yeah.
he still
multi-universal
can't avoid
fate.
his
which is different to Coulson's death because he still came back.
He keeps dying too, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Coulson and comes
Oh,
back.
Coulson.
But Coulson keeps coming back anyway.
In Agent of Shield.
Comes back from the dead so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this aspect remains untouched. Yeah. Yeah. Just
But
as Tony
a
Stark
lot
was always
earlier.
destined. Killmonger was always destined to murder him.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Jono was saying before, this is like an exact play. Exact.
But earlier.
But a lot earlier.
Yeah. What's
In
Mount
the timeline.
Bashenga?
Mount Bashenga.
Bashenga. Oh,
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There's he is in that suit we were taught.
yeah.
What was that anime? That
Dragon
Dragon
Ball Z.
Ball.
Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dragon
You
Ball.
can definitely tell
does look
that
like
the
quite a
suit
lot
looks
like-
like Vegeta.
For sure. Yeah.
But even
chest
the
vest,
colors are the same.
the chest plate,
Yeah.
and
The colors, the design.
colours,
It's so wow.
Yeah.
I would not have known, like, because I don't know Dragon Ball Z. But
Yeah.
now that you've mentioned and shown me that Dragon Ball Z photo from before, I
Yeah.
can see it now.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bit more obvious in the comic style one because in the actual movie it was a lot harder to see.
Also, it's he has one of these in the movies as well, does he?
Yeah, he does.
different design.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
But it's a lot harder to see all the parts because you're like moving
It's much-
everywhere.
Much darker as well.
Ah,
And
Mount
Mount
Bashenga.
Bashenga is where
What is-
Killmonger dies in the Black Panther movie.
Mount Bashenga is where the
Yes.
vibranium meteorite crashed into Wakanda, apparently.
That
Yeah,
too, yes.
And where Black Panther battles his cousin, if you remember.
Ah, so
The
that's
train-
what
the train
Jono was
tracks
saying
thing.
before. Whereas
Yes.
in the Black Panther movie, T'Challa kills
Yep.
Killmonger at Mount Bashenga.
yeah,
That's right.
but at least he was
Ah,
able to see the view, which they were talking about. in this movie.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah. After the final battle on the train tracks, remember that?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
The white outfit as well.
Oh,
On
gee,
That looks nice.
the
On
ancestral
the
plane.
astral.
good grief. That's a lot of stuff, like a lot of detail this person's picked up. Oh, I don't remember.
Chadwick Boseman. Yeah.
When Killmonger
Yeah.
man.
And it's still Chadwick Boseman. He's been in a
Yeah.
lot more episodes.
I think
than
at
I
least
thought.
3, yeah.
At least three. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
3. More than we thought. Everyone thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
that's-
there was the one where he was Star Lord,
Yep.
First
Then-
episode.
Then the zombie episode.
the zombie episode,
Zombie.
and this one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's 3 out of 6.
3, yeah.
That's pretty good. It's pretty
Yeah.
good. I'm glad that he was able to.
Yeah.
And considering that
these.
the thing that I liked about this episode that he's actually talking from the astral plane, and
Because he's dead. Yeah.
considering now he's actually dead,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which makes his words even stronger, I think,
Mm,
That's,
because he recorded before he died.
that's right, yeah. So this is this golden Black Panther.
oh, the golden.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's got gold adornment. This is interesting. Gold adornment instead of silver.
The silver. Yeah.
Start with
Yeah, like in the movie is
Yeah.
well.
Because he's a badass.
Yeah. He needs bling.
With it, he needs the bling.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. Avenged Tony Stark poster.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
remember this. What was the
But that was
poster?
at the very end of this.
In the end, yeah,
episode.
yeah.
Oh,
Very subtle.
okay.
I think, yeah, it is interesting. You're saying how it's a tragic mirror of the MCU narrative that we know and love.
Hmm.
If he couldn't save the world, he'd be damn sure to avenge it. Now his colleagues are now asking the public to avenge him.
And him.
So it's like a
Mm.
first of
So is it because of the fact that Tony Stark was murdered by?
Thanos.
Oh,
Oh no, I mean in the MCU.
Yeah, this-
in the
Yeah.
MCU, but in here he was murdered by Killmonger. So
Yeah.
the poster is like, let's get the Wakandan / Killmonger, whoever it happens to be, to avenge Tony Stark's death.
Yep.
Yeah.
But in the
Mirror.
MCU, Tony Stark was not murdered.
He was not murdered.
No, no.
In
Well,
the
you
battle.
told, you
Sacrifice-
just
in the
told me
battle
that he was killed by Thanos.
No, in the
Sacrificed
battle
himself
against
to kill Thanos. Yeah.
Thanos.
Yeah,
like,
but he wasn't murdered.
he
It was
died.
in a battle,
He
wasn't
died in
it?
battle.
It was,
Died in
Yeah, he
battle.
died in battle, I suspected.
It was
It was a choice. It
willingly
wasn't-
It was
to
his
sacrifice
choice.
himself to
Yeah.
kill Thanos.
Because that was the
Oh.
only possibility. That
The only way.
the only way
Snap.
out of I don't know
Snap.
how many that.
One
that
out of
Doctor
14
Strange-
million, wasn't it?
Doctor
14
Strange
million.
said.
Yeah, Doctor Strange. I
Okay.
think 1 out of 14 million, something.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, I think you saw part 1 of that. Infinity.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Infinity War.
Charmin was there.
I think I've seen Infinity War,
Infinity Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You're
but
right.
I don't think I've seen Endgame.
Okay,
Maybe
yeah,
not. Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, huh? But when you said Doctor Strange and he says, all these possibilities
Yeah.
always comes
Yeah,
to
all
this,
these
I remember
possibilities.
that bit. Oh,
Yeah.
Killmonger just became the MCU Palpatine. That's an interesting.
Well, I guess in the sense that both
Mm,
created artificial armies and play two sides against each other.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this isn't MCU.
Oh.
It's alternate
Alternate, yeah,
universe.
that's right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's a similarity there too.
There's a similarity, yeah.
Palpatine's strategies and
Yeah, it's
because
that
he played both sides.
manipulation.
He played both
Okay.
sides.
Oh yeah, the manipulation.
That's
Yeah.
right. He did. From the
Manipulation.
get-go, he did.
like
from
the way
the get-
he, yeah.
You see
From the get-go, he did. He, get going, well, I know where to get more vibranium. This black market dude. And then he goes and tells the black market dude to inform the Wakandans. And meanwhile, his
Yeah.
ultimate goal was to become Black Panther. And he's starting a war between the Americans and the Wakandans.
I
And
think
he
they
played both sides.
play both
Yeah.
sides.
And he betrayed
Manipulative.
both sides as well.
Yes.
Actually, this
Manipulative a-hole.
is what Xiaomian was just now was saying, right? It seems like all these episodes just keep ending very
yeah.
I don't know
abruptly.
about all these episodes, but this one did because I'm like, because I was
It's a
waiting for it to
cliffhanger,
keep going
yeah.
on, and then I was going, oh, why did it stop there? And then it up comes the little message. This meeting is being recorded, and I went, "No,
Yeah, that's right.
no."
Yeah, I think the whole point of these episodes, they're just like brief trips into alternate timelines. So just
Yeah.
giving you a glimpse
Yeah.
of what if
Mm.
this were to happen.
What if it will
and
happen?
Yeah. It's like a tease of what's possible.
Oh, so it's like here's a timeline, and it's a
Yeah.
long train, but we're just gonna have as the train goes through the tunnel. There's only a small hole that you can see the train goes through. We're gonna stop the train, and you can see a certain length of the train, but you
Yeah.
can't see the whole train.
And also it potentially sets the stage to be revisited in season 2.
Oh,
So we know, for instance, that Captain Peggy Carter will be back. So we saw him
okay.
saw her rather in this season.
I
So
don't.
then, there's
Okay.
possibility that
Mm.
for a lot of these characters to show up again.
Oh, I see.
So yeah,
Yeah.
That's
So- Interesting.
Yeah, that was an
Interesting
interesting
what they-
episode.
I like that.
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, that was enjoyable.
although it's I think as Shami was saying, like you know, if you're not a diehard fan, then you watch it on a different level. Whereas I still think like these what if episodes are more enjoyable for fans because you know the whole point of what if is you have to sort of know like
Yeah,
which
You
You
have
is
to
sort of
know
have
what
to
the
know-
canon is.
because
Yeah.
for them
You
what is
gotta-
what if you don't
That's
know
right,
what
it's-
the alternative is.
in using
Yeah.
in using the language from Loki, it's like you've got the main timeline, and then these what if episodes are like the branches and the variants. So in order to appreciate what has varied in the variants or the branch timelines, you got to know the main one.
The main one, yeah.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
can compare.
what's-
Whereas I'm just going and going, oh, this is a cool story. But I do
Yeah.
know who Tony Stark is. I do remember Killmonger being the bad person in the Black Panther universe. That's
Yeah.
all I remember.
But then all the little details are hard to
yeah,
remember
all
Yeah.
those
because
Yeah,
details.
there's a lot of Easter eggs. in
especially
like-
if you're
every episode.
just if you
Even
think of
listening
them,
to you-
yeah.
Yeah, even listening to you guys discuss, and you're like, oh yeah, we know this one, we know this one, and then there's a couple more where you're like, oh, I didn't pick that one up. Oh, I didn't pick that one up. Gee, that's really detailed. So it's good to see like there are levels of memory or
Mm.
remember. Yeah,
Yep. So the episode was actually called "What If Killmonger Rescued Tony Stark?"
Oh,
you
I
know,
see.
Don't feel too bad because
And the subtitle is called "Wolves in Sheep's Clothing."
Yeah.
Ah, that's very apt.
That's
Sorry,
right.
what was that, Bill? Don't feel too bad. What?
I didn't. I only recognised about half the people. I was
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Bill. I feel much better. I go. I remember the main people. Like I remember Pepper Potts. I
Yes.
remember Tony Stark. I remember the bad guy, but I just go, oh, Michael B. Jordan. He was the bad guy in Black Panther. That's all I remember. Don't even remember his name.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
And all
but-
these other characters you guys know are like, oh yeah, there's Happy, there's this guy. I'm going, who the heck are these people?
Well, I guess it's getting a bit harder since the MCU is 23 movies and counting,
exactly, and yeah, there's
And
that danger.
multiple-
More
of-
now, right? So,
and multiple TV shows, and
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
That's
there's
right.
there's
New
definitely
characters,
a danger of being too convoluted.
Mm.
Like if you for a new
Yeah.
fan to jump in.
Mm.
yeah,
was-
We were talking about how convoluted and because there's so many films. I went, yeah, James
Yeah.
Bond has lots of films, but it's not
But
convoluted.
the question is, do you find them repetitive, like James Bond films?
No.
Do you find Marvel films repetitive? This guy does. Dune director.
Oh, really?
So this
Who-
was just
who?
published 2
This is
days ago.
interesting.
He
Dune
says
director.
Too many and repetitive.
Oh, Dennis Villeneuve. What else has this
uh,
guy directed? He's
I
a,
don't think
he's
it's repetitive. I don't think it is.
Blade Runner. Blade
director.
Runner.
I think
Uh,
Arrival is what I remember.
Arrival, yes.
That was a
Yeah.
good film.
Yep.
So he thinks it's they're
He says they're a
repetitive.
cut and paste.
Really? I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think
Really?
so.
I can see where
That's
he
not-
comes from.
I can see where it comes from on one level.
Yeah, that, I reckon that in one
um,
sense that's
But it's
true.
definitely not.
I guess if
mean,
you're
I
a
think that's
casual
not
viewer, you
because-
may think this, but if you're a diehard fan, then no.
I can
no.
see
Yeah,
where
because
they're coming
I'm a
from.
casual viewer. In essence, it's good guys fight by bad guys. Sometimes the good guys disagree with each other, but in the end they still fight.
Yeah,
They're
right.
still fighting for what they believe in. So the overarching formula is still the same. So I totally agree with him. And it's even worse because it's the same actors, same characters, and it's not just one same actor and character, it's a whole bunch of them. So I can totally agree where he comes from because yeah, I'm not in the details like you guys. You can build character over multiple films, but yeah, like you've said, Jono, you run the risk of convoluting your universe and conflicting bits
Yeah.
of information. So yeah,
But
it does
what
get
Marvel
repetitive.
does quite well is they actually make it so it still makes sense. If you know all the movies, it makes sense. And
all
it
connect to each
follows
other.
the same
There's still
Mine?
They all connect to each other somehow.
That's
Yeah.
true. So
interconnected.
it's like multiple films in like an anthology, which makes up a universe or a franchise.
It's
But
practically
it's
it.
not,
Phase.
yeah, but it's not necessary. Like I think, yeah, as me as a casual viewer, not a diehard Marvel DC,
yeah, that's
to
right.
me it is a bit
Yeah.
same.
So I think
That's
it's,
what I find more the problem of DC movies though. They are more same because
but
they're trying to do like a standalone type movie per each one. So when
Yeah.
they do try to make a combined one, it's horrible.
yeah, that's why
I think
DC has moved
maybe-
away from the whole connectedness and
Yeah,
focusing on
Because I
standalone.
don't think you need to have that connectedness in the same way James Bond film doesn't. It's okay to just have standalone films that don't relate to any of them.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why the
different-
Suicide
If
Squad
that's the
movie
intention.
yeah,
was good.
like even
but the
different
yeah,
James-
yeah.
James Bond has been played by multiple actors, and each
Yeah.
actor actually plays a different type of a James Bond. In the same way that if you look at Sherlock Holmes, you look at all the movies and you look at old old movies, new movies, TV shows, every actor plays a different type of a Sherlock Holmes. So it's valid and it keeps things interesting.
This is what Charmian was talking about, the fact that the interconnectivity has been one of MCU's strengths, but it's also becoming one of its greatest weaknesses.
Exactly. Just
Um,
like everything has pros and cons. So it's great that Jono can appreciate the pros, but I have to agree with Dennis Villeneuve. I just see it as a standalone movie, and they're all same. And I see that as a bit of a weakness.
I mean, the
because,
other
I don't
thing,
remember
the other
stuff.
point is that because of the interconnectedness, it's like every movie has to sort of not just be a good
Follow
movie, but
on
it has to
from
set
the
up
previous.
the next movies.
Mm.
Yeah.
So in that sense,
Yep.
like
Which is why right now, before even seeing Multiverse of Madness,
yeah,
And
So
it's,
it's like
I
his-
the
guess
set
it's,
up.
Shang-Chi movie is going to lead towards it, as well as
No.
Spider-Man Nowhere Home, which is the
so
start
it
of the
sounds
whole
like you need to have if you do want to watch a film, it is good to have prerequisites, and there's an order in which you watch these prerequisite movies or TV shows in order to get the most out of them. And I think another downside
Yeah,
to
which is
this,
also why now they're saying that you want to watch the Loki show before watching Spider-Man Nowhere Home.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I think another downside was something that Jono mentioned earlier about the Shang-Chi movie, how the 10 rings was the fake, is actually now seen as the fake one. So they had to now produce a short film to explain it all. Like the interconnectedness means if you break it, you need to go and explain yourself and create more
Yeah.
work for yourself.
Yeah, kind
yeah,
of.
yeah.
Should we get to our
Oh,
scores?
Yeah,
wow.
there's quite a
Actually, it
lot.
was a very interesting discussion, though. I like the
Yeah.
fact that
But-
there's pros
Yeah.
and cons, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
like,
the
Should we get
upside
to our
is
scores, maybe?
Yeah.
And I
Huh?
think most of the time I feel like I can't bring in anything because you guys sort of know so much.
Hmm.
But thank you for validating the fact that it's not a bad thing. And I guess different people have
Yeah.
different depths of
Different
knowledge. So
views.
like
Yeah.
I said, I don't have great depths of knowledge. So I come in here of this is one TV episode or this is one movie.
Yeah.
And
so it's good to have different
Outsider point of
perspectives
view.
as well. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
I-
why we
how do
have
you
a
view
group
this?
of people.
How do
Like
you
from-
view this as a
Like from a
standalone?
non-Marvel
Yeah.
fan point of view, yeah.
Yeah. Let's give our ratings because
Yeah,
we
ratings.
haven't given our
Ratings.
ratings. Yet.
I
Yeah,
would
go around
would
the
say
table.
this one for me is maybe not as great. For some reason,
Yeah,
I still
agree.
really think the zombie one was more fun, and the Doctor Strange
love
is still Doctor Strange is still my top one.
Yeah,
Which one?
it's,
For me.
it's really great.
Is-
Yeah.
Which
Doctor
one's your
Strange, that's
top
my
one?
favorite one
Doctor
too.
Strange, the
Yeah.
Benedict
Definitely-
Cumberbatch.
Definitely the best one.
Oh, darn it. I've
Strange.
missed so many good episodes.
That was such a good one. Yeah.
Ah,
it's my
was it
favourite
actually
one.
Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yeah,
voicing?
yeah.
It was.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
absolutely. Yeah.
Invitation.
So what's your
Yeah,
score, Marcus?
definitely.
Oh,
Yeah, what's the score?
I'll give it a 6. Yeah.
Oh, that's low.
Oh, you give it a 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, who's next?
I'd give it a 5.
Ooh.
Okay.
Solid
it was,
five. Solid
It was. Yeah. it was a good episode, but yeah, they crammed in a lot of movies together, which I guess was okay.
Yeah.
But they didn't really finish the story all too much.
Yeah, there was yeah, like you were left hanging, and it was
Yep.
a bit. There were
Like,
certain
yeah,
parts that
It
were
wasn't
just
yeah,
a
And
bit disjointed.
yeah, and a few of it felt
wasn't
a
a
bit
satisfying
rushed at
cliffhanger.
parts as well. Like
Yeah.
they jumped from one movie to another. It was like a bunch
Yeah,
of movies
I found it quite
rushed together.
quick.
What?
My-
So I'd give it a 5, a solid 5.
5 from John or Bill.
I found it quite disjointed. I'd have to give it a
Disjointed.
Yeah. That's how I felt as well. It just leaped around too much. It was a
Yeah,
bit
it
messy.
jumped too fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little messy.
I
Like
didn't
the-
find that. I
The
thought
end
that
story
fine.
was the end story flowed with Killmonger, but if you're considering all the other movies that led up to those situations, it's very different and it jumped too fast.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
for me, it's like
Yeah, what did you
between 6 to 6.5. Yeah, maybe.
6.25. Okay.
Jeff.
Somewhere in between. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Bill, what was your score?
I didn't give it too high either.
Oh, sorry. Steph
Oh.
is 6.5. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then Jeff.
And what was Bill's score?
Bill was. Actually, do you give a score, Bill?
Oh,
5.
What was your-
I think 5.
About 5 times.
Yeah, 5. Yeah.
5?
Uh,
Yep.
no,
Five.
my-
Give it a
my
5
score is
5 times.
4.
If you're 5 times 5.
My score is 4.
Okay.
Oh,
But
four.
this is
4. Okay.
Hey,
very
Barry?
Bernie?
disjointed.
Oh yeah, I had the same. I was okay, like Marcus said, but I thought it was a bit rushed. It was a bit
Yes.
a bit choppy,
Choppy.
here and there. It's here and there, and I thought the cliffhanger was a bit unsatisfying,
Oh.
but it was still okay. So I give
I
it
think
a
it's trying to
Okay.
give you a glimpse of Shuri and moving forward.
Yeah.
yeah. I like
Yeah.
That's Black
can't
Panther.
wait to see more Shuri, and so I'll
Yeah.
give it probably a 6 is all right. Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
Jeff.
John
Yeah, I'm in
Cena.
the six range too. I think 6.5 maybe. I thought some of it was not very hard to believe or just not, wasn't really creative or anything. Or-
Yeah, I'd go. I'd strongly agree with you, John. It's just like, man, how can that be kind of thing? I mean, how can they get their hands on that much vibranium and construct all these robots in such a short period of time?
Well, they did mention it in the Age of Ultron movie, but if you haven't watched it, then it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I have seen the Age of Ultron, but they didn't have that much
Mm,
that much vibranium. I
hard to
mean,
believe, yeah.
they made all these huge soldiers.
Oh, but it's only the
a bit
power
too
source.
quickly as
It's
well.
not.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
From
not
Jarvis.
the. It's not the metal they make it out from. I
Yeah.
thought they just used it as a power source. So
Yeah, they used
might not-
the main power source, like
yeah, so
the-
you don't actually need a lot of vibranium to
Yeah.
make one
Yeah.
robot.
That's true.
but they did
whatever you call it.
take a really quick time to build them.
Yeah,
It
Tony
was very
Stark.
quick.
You've got the money. You can throw lots of
Stark-
resources and people
Stark-
at it.
Stark
and
He is
Industries.
rich. Yeah.
Yeah, Stark Industries. So I think Charmin is the only one.
Oh, James and Charmian.
And James, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
James. I don't know
James
where
is probably
is.
gone now.
Oh,
Um,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he hasn't really. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Charmin, yeah.
so what's the score?
Me?
Charmin?
What about your
Um,
score, Charmin?
Okay. I thought that the likeness of the actors, at least the ones I knew,
Yeah.
like Michael B. Jordan, was probably
Yeah.
the only guy, and the blonde chick, I thought at least the
Blonde.
voice likeness was pretty good. The emulation and their that type of emulation helps with the consistency of what I can see they're trying to do. I had no problems with the jumping around narrative. It all makes sense, and it's got to do with economy of storytelling. Totally fine. Yeah, so I don't mind those similarities. But like all Marvel things, for me, it's all the same. It was enjoyable enough.
So
I
what's
was
the-
Enjoyed it. Yeah.
I was originally going to give it a 2 or a 3.
Whoa, okay.
That's very low.
Ooh.
And now?
But,
Out of 5? What?
no, out of 10.
You should-
Yeah,
yeah.
for me it was like, yeah, and like if you just watch it purely of, okay, here's some, how are they telling the narrative of this guy's a bit dodgy? It was signaled right from the beginning. So
Oh,
you go, yeah, this
telegraphed.
guy's
Yeah.
dodgy, he wants something. And I just
Telegraph.
remember he was the bad guy in the Black Panther, don't remember the details. So you sort of know what's happening. And then as the narrative goes on, you're like, oh yeah, you know what he wants. And then by the time you figured it out until it actually happened, it was a bit long. So you're like, you're not adding anything of interest here.
Yeah.
So I might stick with my
3.
3.
3, okay.
Yeah,
Even though I was going,
harsher
2 or
critic than me.
3. Originally it was 3 or 4, and they went, no, 2 or 3. And they went, well, there are a couple of good things about it. I'll stick with the 3.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I'd be interested to see your take on the Doctor Strange episode.
Yeah.
Because that one we all thought was pretty
We
good.
all thought it was our favorite. I think most of us anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
And
did
then
like
the zombie
Doctor
episode was
Strange.
good as well.
The zombie,
I
yeah.
did like the Doctor Strange film because he's a
Yeah, I love it.
superhero where the power is a very different sort of power than what you'd expect.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not strength, it's not a weird skill, but it's like it's very zen meditative
Yeah,
time.
it's more of a
some-
mystical type of power.
Mystical
Yeah,
arts,
that's
yeah.
it. That's a good way
Mystical
of
art.
putting it, Steph. It's very mystical and transcendental. And so that puts a really different spin on it. So I actually thought that the character of Doctor Strange, I don't know the comics, I don't know whatever, but that idea of that person was very refreshing as a superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
the
like all
idea,
super- But like all superheroes, it's born out of some sort of deficiency, like that
Yeah.
accident, because he's a surgeon and so he
yeah.
can't do surgery anymore. So he's like chasing something to cure it, and he ends up being Doctor Strange.
So the
yeah.
whole premise of this what if is that instead of losing his hands, what
hands.
if he lost his heart?
Lost his
So
heart.
that's the
Yeah.
premise
He
of
lost
the
his
episode.
love of his
Wow.
life. Yeah.
What if
Yeah.
he lost the heart instead of the hands? What
You mean a physical heart?
no,
or do you
as
mean-
in, what if he
If-
lost the love of his life?
Love of his life. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Love of
Oh,
his life.
yeah, that's
Yeah, we're
right. 'cause
talking
he was-
about
That's what it's
Christine.
about.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you watch the
Oh,
Doctor
wow.
Strange movie, you'll know who that is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The-
Yeah.
I
the
remember he was with someone, but I don't.
Rachel McAdams' character.
Rachel McAdams.
Oh, okay.
Christine
Yeah,
Palmer.
again, to me, that's
Christine
peripheral.
Palmer.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Should we
All
finish?
right.
I guess we can wrap up here now.
Pretty,
Yeah, we
pretty
should
late
wrap up.